Welcome Mr. Brome, Mr. Hughes, Mr. Tylis, members of the Board of Trustees, parents, faculties, and most importantly, my fellow classmates and friends. Before I address the larger group, my grandmother is here in the audience, and she does not understand English. So I would like to formally express my gratitude to her and to my parents in Chinese. So here it goes. 妈，姥姥，谢谢你们一直以来对我的支持与教诲。谢谢你们在我丧失信心的时候，仍然鼓励我、激励我。老爸，因为您，我才能来到美国，站在这个讲台上，做您一直以来锻炼我做的演讲。在此，我由衷的感谢你们。On behalf of the class of 2013, I would like to thank you all for attending our graduation commencement. Never in my life would I have ever dreamed of receiving such a prestigious honor as writing an extra homework assignment and reading out loud to all of you. Today is significant as it marks the end of our 4 years of high school and the beginning of an unanticipated future. We leave Han with an idea of who we are as high school students, yet we know that tomorrow brings with it the beginning of a new journey. We have completed a rite of passage. Before we move on, though, I would like to stop and reflect on this journey that we are about to complete today. A rite of passage is a ritual associated with a change of status for an individual. It contains 3 phases: separation, limbo, and reaggregation. During separation, a person separates from the group and begins a journey of sorts. After that, that person enters limbo, where he is either confused or deciding, lost or searching. And when a person finally completes the rite of passage, he reaggregates as a new form of himself. In 2009, we separated from our formal lives and entered Han from 8 different states and from 15 different countries around the world. We came from all directions, from as far as 10,000 miles away in Australia and Singapore to as near as, across the street in Mason House. All with the sole purpose of enriching our knowledge in literature, math, and science. Upon our arrival here, we entered limbo. We were fledglings, not knowing who we were yet. We were constantly searching and trying out new activities to find ourselves. Sometimes feeling lost and confused, sometimes wanting to cry or even quit. I, for one, experienced the horror of American sports by trying out for Miss Butler's aggressive JV girls basketball team and Mr. Coleman's Spartan-like swimming team. American sports were hard for me, but I told myself to fight on, and thus I eventually found my love in AHA fencing. As boarders, some of us living thousands of miles away from home, we were compelled to learn independence and responsibility quickly. Even when we wanted to study all night or sleep in all day, we had to respect the rules. We had to share small spaces and keep them, as clean as possible. Without parents to wake us up each morning, we have to rely on our roommates or ourselves to get out of bed. Yet we told ourselves to fight on. And so we woke up early 5 days a week, sacrificed our playtime for homework, and stayed up late each night to learn the material and earn the grades we wanted in each class. Sure, there were disappointments, but as B.B. King puts it, the beautiful thing about learning is that nobody can take it away from you. Therefore, we told ourselves to fight on, and so we lived through Mr. Trico's Saturday 8-hour-long AP Chem review while managing to arrive to class exactly on time every day. We made it through Mr. Evans' every H-day, a push test with residual brain exhaustion in return. We made it through the Honorable Yakameli's final trial, despite some objections. And who will ever forget every Window Wednesday? Then there was the beginning of senior year, that special purgatory, with the heavy burden of homework along with college admission process, juggling debate class, English, and APUSH assignments that were due on the same day as 12 different college essays. I didn't sleep much, and I cried a lot. But I continued to fight on. It was during the dark times of limbo that I knew I could rely on all my teachers and counselors who helped and accompanied not only me, but each member of the class of 2013. For this, I truly thank them. Oh, and that fine. Along the way, there too were surprises that may have distracted us from course. I remember a moment in life that distracted me, actually. I have been an only child for 16 years. I had not been home in 12 months when, during my sophomore year's winter break, I arrived to Beijing's airport to be greeted by my mother, who told me that while I was gone, I became a big sister to 4 quadruplet babies. I never saw that coming. Due to my surprise siblings, my house was transformed into a kindergarten, with the babies taking up the entire living room as well as my bedroom. Even though this change was a minor distraction, I am grateful to my parents for bringing the quadruplets into our family, for they helped me realize what it is to be a big sister. While this describes my journey and trials, each one of you has your own story about your own journey. When I think of our class, I think of those famous words that Abraham Lincoln once said. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what we did here. We should never forget what we did here at Han. I am sure each one of you is excited to move on to your new destination. The point is that we continue to fight on until today. We made it through the terrific times as well as the tough times and became better for it. For this, we all should be proud of ourselves. Today, when we receive our diplomas and toss our red caps into the air, we will officially become Han School alumni. We once came from separate ways, and now we will leave on distinct paths as new individuals to begin our new journey in college and beyond. But remember, life is just a series of rites of passage, and thus with each one accomplished, comes new lessons and new knowledge. The one we experience here taught us that we can find our way. It's okay to struggle, and we will ever evolve if we remember, always, fight on!
Very nice. Very nice. Excellent. Congratulations. I hope you can carry this.